Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have a black bean noodle mukbang. This is a Korean dish, and the name, I will put it on the screen right here, but yes, I literally have no idea how to say it. I've tried to say it, I've tried to practice saying it before I start this video, and I just don't know how to say it. So if someone could like describe how to say it in the comments or something, it's really good. But yes, it starts with a J. I just don't want to mess it up and offend people, so you know. So this is an accidentally vegan version that I got at this place called California Market in Los Angeles. There is an amazing, oh my gosh, I can feel my mom yelling at me. Okay, so they are pre-packaged accidentally vegan black bean noodles, and they're so good. I love them so much. You can also order them on Amazon if you don't want to go to a store, a special Korean store. You can just go to Amazon and get what you need there. But yes, anyways guys, so let's take the first bite, shall we? So they're a little cold because they did sit out. I had to do a live stream, so you know, they got a little chilly, but that's okay. And I might have cooked the noodles too long because they're just breaking apart way too easily. So I also have some peanuts here. I just thought that that would taste good on top, so I have that. But what I wanted to discuss today, so I just realized in my mukbangs, I just kind of talk about my life, and I do like the same things. Like either I'm doing an acting class, or I'm like single, or complaining about that, you know, or just talking about like random things in my life. But my life is just it's not exciting. I have a not really a routine, but like I have things that I do every day and things that I get done, and you know, it's just like, it's really not that exciting. There's, okay, looks like a cat fur, but I don't have any cats, so it's definitely just my hair. So I wanted to discuss, oh, look at that, this bite is, haha. I was watching like one of those, you know, one of those top 5 videos or something, or dark secrets about this show or something. And it was talking about like SpongeBob conspiracy theories. And a lot of them were actually kind of weird, so I just thought I would talk about them. Oh, I also did lose some weight, a little bit. So I've been live streaming, and I got like 5 comments that were like, you look like you lost weight. And I was like, oh, you guys are so nice, lying to me in my face. But then I weighed myself, and it wasn't that much less, but I was like, oh, cool. These watermelon smoothies are slimming me down. Let me know if you would like a video on my favorite smoothies. They're so simple that you'll be like, really, bitch? Like you think I want to see this? You think I want to see you put 3 fruits together, you dumb? No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, SpongeBob conspiracy theories. So the first conspiracy theory is that Bikini Bottom is a result of nuclear testing. And that is why all of them are so different looking. So just to quickly explain SpongeBob, if you don't know what it is, you probably do. It is a TV show. A cartoon show. I think it's the longest running cartoon, or maybe that's The Simpsons, I don't know. I feel like SpongeBob is like the longest running kids cartoon. Simpsons is more of like an adult cartoon that I was not allowed to watch when I was a child. And I was always very confused about it because I was like, this is a cartoon, I should be allowed to watch it. My parents were like, no, it's inappropriate, it's for adults. And I was like, cartoons are not for adults! And so, anyways, I'm getting off track. It's about a sponge named SpongeBob and his adventures as he works at the Krusty Krab with all of his fish mates. And there's randomly like a character that she can't breathe in the water, so she wears an astronaut suit all the time, and she also lives in like this giant bubble. But yeah, I don't know, man. First conspiracy theory, and I feel like conspiracy theories about cartoons are just like funny, like they're not actually like, oh, this is groundbreaking. But the first theory is that Bikini Bottom is a result of nuclear testing. That is why. They all look different. They all are a little weird, you know, like a squid walking around, a giant crab, like a huge whale with like small body, you know. And it's supposed to take place in the 1950s when the US government was apparently doing nuclear testing for the Cold War. So that's supposed to explain why it's not super modern, like everybody seems to send letters to each other. So the next theory is that all the main characters represent the 7 deadly sins. So let me just read those to you guys really quick because I do not have them memorized. Sloth, pride, greed, gluttony, lust, envy, and wrath. How Patrick spends all day sleeping and being lazy, and he doesn't really have a job. Not that I know of, at least. Except for like living under his rock. I don't know. Maybe it's like kind of the Office situation where they're just letting this documentary crew follow them and maybe they're getting paid for that. Mr. Krabs is obsessed with money, like, you know, greed. So in the article I was reading, it would say Plankton was the more envious one. I thought it was maybe Squidward, but I guess now that I think about it, excuse me, sorry. Plankton was always very jealous of Mr. Krabs and, oh my god, I'm sorry. The secret formula and all that stuff, so I don't know. Gary was supposed to be the gluttonous one. I was thinking maybe Patrick would be, but I guess it makes sense if Patrick is already like the lazy one. Sandy is pride and SpongeBob is supposed to be lust. I always imagine lust is like more sexual, but I don't know. I don't really get any like sexual energy from SpongeBob. I can see pride for Sandy because she just insists that I don't actually know her story about why she lives underwater even though she's like a land animal. Maybe she just wants to prove that she can, or like really get away from everybody. I remember there was a time when, and there was an episode, there was a time, as if I'm recalling like a distant memory. There was an episode where she was like, oh, I don't even need my helmet that has air in it. I'm just gonna hold my breath underwater, like. And she failed, and it was tragic. And then SpongeBob went into her house and tried to live without water, and you know, it was not good. So the next theory is that Squidward is SpongeBob's guardian. So this one doesn't make any sense to me, but the theory proclaims that SpongeBob has really rich parents and hired Squidward to take care of SpongeBob and be his guardian, and that's why Squidward won't quit his job at the Krusty Krab even though he hates it, and why he won't move even though he's really annoyed by SpongeBob. I don't think this is a good theory because I think it came out that SpongeBob was supposed to be like 32, so why would he even need a guardian, you know? Like, he's doing fine. And also, I can understand not wanting to move your literal house because, okay, I know this is a cartoon, but you, like, he obviously had his house made so that it could look like him, and it looks really nice, like, has a big bedroom, big bathroom, like, it's multiple floors. Like, if you move in somewhere, like, I have really annoying neighbors. My downstairs neighbors, anytime I make any sound, they're like pounding on the ceiling. They're sealing my floor, and I can feel it, and I'm like, excuse me, like, what is this? But I'm not going to move because I am in a lease. I have committed myself. If I break the lease, I still have to pay rent for the rest of the lease. which, hell no. Or I get sued or whatever. And also because I like my apartment, so if I was Squidward, I would just be like, fuck you. I mean, I don't like you, but I'll just tolerate it because I have this really big, nice house that looks like me, and I don't want to have to break a mortgage or sell it and move somewhere that doesn't look like me. So they're also saying that his parents must have bought him his house, SpongeBob's house, because there's no way he could afford it with the fry cook salary. Especially because it seems like Mr. Krabs probably doesn't pay him, like he probably cuts corners. SpongeBob seems like he would work that job for free, you know? He's just so excited about it. But, I mean, if there are laws, you know, Bikini Bottom, then he obviously has to get paid, so. I don't know, it doesn't seem like a very highly populated area. It seems like the area that they live in only has those 3 houses, and that's pretty much it. So maybe he lives in, like, his city's version of the valley. And the rent is a lot cheaper. And I don't think they've ever disclosed if SpongeBob owns that house or not. So he could be renting. Or another thing, he could have built his house, which I guess costs a lot of money, but whatever. Are there laws down there? We don't know. We don't know. But yeah, I feel like definitely, someone was telling me, I met someone on set like a couple months ago. They were telling me rent for a studio apartment where they lived was like 300 something a month. Utilities included. I was like, wow. So it kind of looks like they live in a not populated area. I bet the rent is really cheap. They probably got a deal on those houses. And I'm guessing even though Mr. Krabs is super cheap, that he's still paying SpongeBob. And obviously Squidward, because why would Squidward want to work there if he wasn't getting paid? Like, come on. Okay, so this theory is the one that fucks me up. This is the theory that, what the hell? This is the theory that Krabby Patties are made out of crab meat, which is so nasty. I'd like to think that Krabby Patties are made out of the Impossible Burger or the Beyond Burger. So I think that's because, you know, Mr. Krabs guards the secret formula religiously. And it would be really bad if people found out that they were eating their fellow crabs, because obviously Mr. Krabs is a crab. Probably a bunch of people have friends that are crabs in Bikini Bottom because they're all like these weird sea creatures. Or let's say Mr. Krabs had like a secret like factory farming type shit for crabs and he's a crab. Like that's basically like if someone, you guys know Veggie Grill, okay? Let's see, you know, we all think Veggie Grill's vegan and we're eating it peacefully and we're like, wow, we are saving the forest, we are saving the cows. Every time we eat a meal, we save 7 million gallons of water, all that stuff. And then we find out that Gardein, that Veggie Grill, all that stuff, the reason why the meat tastes so different is not because it's fake meat, is because it's human meat. And underneath the restaurants, they have these like crazy elaborate things where they have people, you know, like staying there and are, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, are killing them. It's like that level, basically. And there was one episode where Mr. Krabs bites into one of the Krabby Patties and he says, like very briefly, "So that's what I taste like," which sounds so wrong. Like, ooh, like don't say that. So it's like, no, okay, no, whatever. So the theory is that he's killed all of his friends too, and I guess when you do watch the episodes, you don't really see any crabs. You see the lobster guy, Larry the lobster or whatever. You see him. That is it. You see, he's not a crab, he's a lobster. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, this theory made me smile, but there is a theory that the burgers are vegan, and there's no like evidence of this. They didn't show any episodes or like any quotes or anything that show that they were vegan. But one of the theories listed in this article was that they are vegan, so that, you know, they can get that good seafood taste. They don't have to worry about eating their friends, you know. And the theory is that that's why everybody prefers the Krusty Krab to the chum bucket, because they always show the chum bucket as like super nasty and just rotting and stuff, maybe because the chum bucket uses real meat and the Krusty Krab uses vegan, healthy, yummy stuff that everybody loves. So okay, so this theory was like really funny. So if you guys have watched SpongeBob, all the characters are really weird and they have their own quirks. Obviously it's a cartoon, you know. So the theory is that they are all on different drugs. SpongeBob is on mushrooms. That's why he's super happy, like to the point where it's crazy. He's having a good trip, or he can get extremely panicked, crying, thinking everything's going wrong. Bad trip. Maybe acid too. I don't know. Patrick is addicted to the marijuana, and I'm not, okay, I know people are gonna be mad at me for this, but this is just what the theory says, because he's always laying around, tired, eating so much, you know. That is stereotypes of people that smoke a lot of weed. I'm not saying that, you know, it's true. I know a lot of people that smoke weed and they're cool and just live their lives, but you know, it's just a theory for cartoon exaggeration. So the theory says that Squidward is addicted to heroin, which is a lot. I feel like I don't think that's true, but I don't see it. The only thing I can see is the weed for Patrick. I can imagine Sandy like occasionally doing an edible or occasionally doing acid. And then the final part of the theory says that Mr. Krabs and Mrs. Puff could be addicted to cocaine, which I don't really know a lot about cocaine, so I just like, I don't know, but I just don't see it. I don't know. I feel like I have eaten nothing but also so much. Well, anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed watching me eat some food and discussing these SpongeBob conspiracy theories with me. Let me know if you agree with any of these, or if you think they are all super whack and we should stop reading so much into a children's cartoon show, which, you know, might be true, but it's also kind of fun to do that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe, comment down below Black Bean Noodle Gang if you watched until the end, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Okay, love you guys, bye!